Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode. Enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Yes, yes. Hello, all people from around the world. So it's me, I'm back. This is ETR. He's an amazing musician, and I met you a few days ago. I know it's weird, but you're you're amazing, and I'm glad to have you here. Welcome.
Yo, what's up? I appreciate the compliments earlier, but yeah, I think you're probably doing me a bit too much credit with that.
Ah, so I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. It's just, he's
That's
like,
fine.
you're amazing. Yeah, I got you. And and what you're doing is amazing, especially the fact that you're from Rap Pad, and I'm also from there. So, we have that to share too.
Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, it's not much really about it. I've just got into that pad like when I was trying to find a way to just really expand my music. I couldn't. I was stuck really.
Oh, I see, I see. And alongside your music, I know for a fact that you never really had confidence and courage to go beyond. Why is that?
Um, I've never really had a lot of people that really believe in me. Like I've had, I think off the top of my head, maybe about 6 or 7 people I can name that have really shown belief in me at one point or another. Other than that, though, I've always just really had people just try to knock me down, and I mean, not everyone has the mental strength to really be able to cope with that constantly.
Oh, so people's always done that to you? Like, have they done it recently? Or have they done it all your life?
My whole life, I'll be honest. Although I feel like everyone, like, no matter what they try and do, you're always gonna have haters, no matter what you do.
Oh, yeah. And I've been where you are. I've felt how you felt because I've been on Rap Pad for 2 years, and Rap Pad's it's not just even Rap Pad, just this here. People do that to you. People do it to you. Um, and how do you cope with that? Or have you not, healed from that? Like, how do you cope with whenever people do that to you?
Um, I really just, I don't really have to word this, so it might come across a bit uh arrogant or something, but yeah, I just grew up and realized why should I care what people think of me when the only thing that really matters is what I think of me?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's probably like the main issue in the industry right now, is just having that and having to worry about that, having to worry about what people think and how they feel about you. And I'm seeing that's why you didn't go out for your music career. Do you ever plan to?
Um, I mean, right now I'm working on a couple of songs, but other than that, I've only got too many plans about going big for my music career. It's mainly just a hobby or backup plan, if you will, to what I actually want to do, which is football,
Mm.
or as you call it, as an American, soccer.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. And brilliant how you have a backup. I have a backup plan, because every artist should have a backup plan in case, things happen. Things and events happen. So you should always have a backup plan. That's like AK number one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I like that you keep grinding. I like that you are going. I like that you're making tons of more music. Especially with the fact now that you're doing it, now that in the time, this is like a perfect time for you to be a musician. Like this is like the perfect time.
yeah, definitely. I mean, with everything that's happened with fucking COVID and all that shit, you got people just coped up trying to find new ways to entertain themselves. And it's like, I mean, one of my main sources of entertainment is music. I know I'm not the only one out there that has that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we've all had our struggles too. I mean, and speaking for everybody else, I think all of us have had some deep struggles, especially, and sorry to point the finger at you again, but I know that you have some deep struggle yourself. I know that you have abusive parenting and coke and drinking.
Yeah.
I know you've had those kind of struggles in your life. I mean, how did you get through that? I mean, how was that having parenting that abusive and also coke and drinking? Like, how was that for you?
So the whole abusive parenting thing that's been going on basically since I was born, like almost from day dot, with my dad mainly. So he was quite physically abusive when I lived with him, and for that reason, like I was raised with a strong, like very strong sense of a toxic masculinity in my house, which, looking back, it was far from a healthy environment to grow up in. I think I was glad I left when I did, because I left my dad when I was, I think, 7 to go live with my mum. Which, I mean, my
Um,
mum's not perfect, but fucking better than whatever my dad can offer.
mm, that must have been hard for you having to move away. Was that hard for you, or was it just easy to just move
I
away?
mean, not. It was quite easy because they live in very similar areas, so I didn't really feel I was giving up anything. I still was going to the same school I went to. I was still had the same friends I had. Like I didn't really feel I gave up anything other than just materials and stuff like that. And being 7 years old at the time, I was like, I didn't care. But
Mm,
so yeah, I've mainly dealt with that and a lot of mental abuse my whole life as well. So I'm constantly with the mindset of I'm not good enough or I've not got it in me, because realistically of the way I was brought up in, I've never had my parents really believe in me.
oh
I've
my
always
goodness.
I've always been the only one to properly believe in me. Like my siblings, I mean, I love my siblings, but yeah, they aren't exactly helpful.
Oh, so your siblings ended up staying, with your dad, and you ended up going with your mom.
So I've got no, not quite. So I've got one brother that lives with my dad, who I'm still in slight contact with. He's going through a lot of the same problems I went through, but he's a lot older. So he's a lot far deeper than what I was. And I've got a sister that I live with and a stepbrother that I live with.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean they always point fingers at me, say I'm the favorite child and shit. But I don't think they really know the kind of shit that I have to go through, because my mum and my stepdad put an inhumane amount of pressure on me when I was going through school. it it was honest to the point where I had multiple scares with suicide
Oh my
because
god.
I just couldn't cope with that pressure.
Mm.
And then I
And
think so the whole drinking part, that started when I was about 12, I think. Yeah, I was 12 when I had my first drink. And then when I had my first breakup at 13, that's when I started to really go deep into drinking. I think I had a good few drinks like every month, like a lot more than a normal teen should have. And then when I started partying, it was like it did get a bit out of hand at times. And
oh.
then the cocaine started when I started partying. That one I've been clean for about 4 months, I think. Yeah, 4 months. But yeah, so it was just really a way to cope with the pressure of everything.
Oh. And you felt that much pressure from drinking, having all that happen at home? Did that feel like a lot of pressure to you, or that was like nothing?
I played it off like it was like nothing, but in hindsight, I really shouldn't have. I think I probably should have spoke to more people about it at the time because I definitely struggled quite a lot more than anyone really knows. I mean, I've had multiple scares with death, but I think that was really the only time where I didn't trust myself because I was constantly scared. Like my mind was always thinking that my body was just gonna do something stupid. It's like I didn't have control of both at the same time.
Oh yeah, I can imagine having all that. I mean, something was bound to go horribly wrong. I mean, having all that.
Yeah,
I mean, and honestly though, it's shocking to believe that it happened to you. Like I do honestly, in a way, I feel bad. Um, I feel horrible that stuff happened to you. Like, what was the aftermath
I don't
of
worry about
that,
it.
of all that? Like, what was the aftermath?
Um, I think it left me with a lot of big mental problems. Like I still suffer with very strong depression. Uh, I probably suffer with PTSD from the whole abuse of my dad and everything because I still get flashbacks quite a lot whenever I'm around that part, like of where I live.
Mm,
And it also probably gave me a strong sense of paranoia as well. Like I've just always had that mindset of just DTA, don't trust anyone.
oh, don't trust anyone. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Having what happened to you, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I totally get it. But has that experience ever been like helpful, or is it still like very hard to take in?
It's still quite hard to take in because I mean I don't really know how to explain it, but there were some points where I would open up and it would just come back to bite terribly and just make me far worse.
Oh, very, very interesting. Very interesting. But that must have been happy. I mean, I'm sending you lots of prayers. That was like hearing all that was even happy for me, and I haven't even lived half the stuff you did.
Oh, I thought I said nothing yet.
I mean, just that just seems so much. I mean, forget any extra stuff. That real shit that happened to you. I mean, come on. Abusive parents. drinking, coke. I mean, those all together, that's I'm sorry, but that's like a lot. Nobody can
Yeah,
stand that.
it's a lot for a lot of
Um,
people. I mean, I've gone through a lot more than that though. So to be honest, I've gone through a lot of stuff that most people would think is enough for one lifetime on its own. But you know,
oh
I guess I
yeah,
just dealt a bad hand.
yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad that at least you're still alive. You're still active making music. Uh, and guess and I'm seeing that's probably why you didn't have a lot of courage because you were dealing with a lot. You were not in the same. You were not in a good place to kind of take
Yeah,
music seriously.
yeah, 100%. So I started music when I was 13 in year 9, which is your equivalent to I think freshman year in high school,
Hmm.
and that was when I had my first breakup, and I took it very hard. Like I'm not gonna name drop or anything because she doesn't one of the hardest things I went through. Definitely pushed me to a very dark place, and that's why I started making music. And it was mainly just an outlet for me to let out those dark feelings and shit because I couldn't keep putting it up anymore.
Oh, wow! Another heavy hit, a breakup. Oh God, you hit it there. That's like really heavy. Having that happen, that's like that took me there, bro. That took me there. That really took me there.
Uh, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But at least you're still making music. I mean, at least you even brave enough to come here and talk about all this, considering that you have, all that going on, like having confidence to even come here and talk about it. That's a huge step.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I know for a fact I'm not the only person to go through it, and I know that a lot of people have gone through a lot worse than what I go through. But still, I feel like talking about the shit I went through, it really helps people to know that they're not alone. Because I think that was something that I really struggled with. I was struggled with the feeling of being alone, being the only person that felt this way. So I know I struggled with that. So I figured I was trying to help people deal with the shit I struggled with. Just yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you're helping them a lot, now because they're dealing with so much that some of them are even dealing, like what you're doing. They might be living your own life. They might be living your own, life. They might need the
yeah, exactly.
and listening to all this,
Like you
like,
never know what anyone's going through in life, so it's just
yeah. I mean, you never know. Honestly, you. I mean, but it's good at least that you let it out, just so people can really touch because right now as they're hearing this um they're getting touched by how much they really how much they really saw how much they're really seeing that somebody in music's been dealing with a lot and some of them are doing the same too. I've heard so many stories. It might take hours for me to count how many.
exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And but at least, I'm blessed that you're still here. You're alive, honestly. Um, and you're still going on. I mean, that's something to celebrate. I mean, that's
Yeah, I
something.
mean, I've had like, quite a few close experiences with the Grim Reaper. But
Mm.
it's at the point really where I'm just not phased by death anymore.
Oh, you wanna? You're not gonna let anyone phase you, huh?
Nah.
We're not gonna let anybody phase you. We ain't going to. We're not. We're not. Um, but I'm glad you were able to share that with us. And what's very shocking is that all that happened and you joined Rap Head. Which I didn't get just to follow, by the way. I should. But seeing you there, I mean, what even drove you to being there in the first place? After the aftermath, all that.
So going back to when I first started in music, I would constantly just write lyrics. I think there was a point in my life where just every day I was writing lyrics just for the hell of it. And I think it just got to the point where I started rapping it, and I just felt like I was ready to be at that stage where I could start producing music. Because I'd always had moments in my life where I'd thought about doing a single, but I'd never actually gone through with it. So, like, I've recorded a song already. Problem is, I'm not sure about uploading it because it doesn't sound nearly as good as I want it to yet. Because my vocals aren't at that stage yet. Because I've done lyric writing for years. I've done beat producing for a few months now, but I mean, it was my first time in a studio, so that's clearly something I have to work on.
Oh yeah.
And then I think what drove me to Rapad was just trying to get that recognition for the work I already did.
Did you get any?
I've got a bit, yeah. I,
Mm.
I mean, I think when you invited me onto the podcast, it was only what my third or fourth day on Rapad, so yeah.
So the opportunity right now, using it to build your personnel, building your face, building your appearance.
Yeah, just build my name value a bit.
Mm. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. Some people are like that. They come in here to give to to put it all out to do it big. Yeah. So it makes perfect sense. It does. And I know you're going to improve. I mean, how do you plan to improve in music?
Um, so I think my next logical step is probably getting a vocals coach and just doing a few lessons on my singing and my rapping. Because I feel like my lyrics are at the stage where a lot of people would agree that I am very good at writing lyrics, and my beat producing it. When I have something I can work with, it's normally top notch. So it's just my vocals now are quite lacking.
Mm, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I do know a couple people if you need help. I do know a couple. I do know a couple.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm glad you're improving. Do you have any new music coming out? Do you have anything the fans can look forward to in the future from you?
Um, in the immediate future, not really, but like I said, I am working currently on 3 different songs, which I don't know when they'd be coming out because I did originally plan for one of them to come out this January, but it's nowhere near ready to be at that stage where I'm releasing music.
Mm. So right now you're cleaning up the vocals before you put out your first single.
Yeah, I mean, you only get one shot at a first impression. I don't want to waste it.
You cannot waste a note because once that song comes out and everybody hears it, it's it's live or die. It's live or
Yeah,
die.
it's make or break once you release your first single.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. absolutely. But I'm glad you're taking it one step at a time. I'm so glad I was able to catch you now because this is perfect. The next one will be whenever you release music, and we'll get to talk about it. But right now, I'm glad that I caught you in your development stage. This is really fantastic.
I don't worry about it. I mean, I've always got free time for people, so
That's pretty good. Yeah, I've seen you on Discord a lot, active. Even times that I did not think anyone could be active, but you are. Huh?
yeah, I'm always active for people that want my opinion on stuff, whether it's football, music, or just random other bullshit.
Mm. Oh, so anything to fill up time, huh? Did you have any goals? I know that we're in the development stage of your music career. I mean, obviously. But did you have any goals when it comes to building your music career? Anything that you would like to make it better? I mean, this is the music career we're talking about. I mean, this is now the time to really, go into it. The goals,
Yeah.
a look of what it could be.
So I so what I'm studying right now in college or sixth form, it's BTech IT, which I fucking hate it. So for the last couple months, I've just put most of my effort into my music, and I finally ended up getting a course at another college for me to study sports, which will start in September. So I think until then, uh, unless I find something else, the majority of my effort is probably going to be going into my music. Just spending the next 7 months, just trying to perfect my craft because I couldn't do it when I was in school doing my GCSEs. I don't know what the American equivalent is to that, but yeah.
Mm. Oh, perfect. Your main focus is music. Wonderful, perfect. You keep grinding. That's wonderful. That's excellent. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what your sound could be like. I'm excited. Um, and I already got perfect collabs for you. I already got collabs in mind. I already got perfect ones already.
Heavy. I
Um,
mean,
wait, you said what could they be?
so the style that I work with, it's a bit of a unique style. It's emo rap, but it's got a strong UK drill influence in it. So
Oh.
it's a bit of a rare mix because you never really see people trying to put the two together because most people will never try because they're completely different genres of rap. But I mean, my stepbrother's been a big fan of drill for a long time, so even though I've never been a fan of it, I've always had to listen to it, and that's obviously got into my system. So that mixed
Mm,
with what I choose to listen to, which is a lot of emo rap shit like Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, uh, Pop Smoke, a lot of people that kind of genre.
mm. Those are really good artists. I'm glad that you pull inspiration from them. I'm glad that you pull from them. They're really good. They're really excellent.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah. So I feel like no musician can really get anywhere without knowing what their inspiration is. No one can ever really go and just make music because they feel like it. It's not going to work. It's as simple as you need something, like you need something to push you to do it,
Well, yeah,
because
yeah.
just having the feeling of doing something, it'll make you feel like for a short amount of time that you really want to put all your effort into it, but eventually that feeling will come out and then you'll just not be asked anymore. You won't want to do it no more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Something has to drive you. Obviously, I mean, I can't think of anything else that could possibly do it unless you were forced into making music. That's the only thing. Unless you were forced to make music.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, yes, you do need a drive, a motive to get into music. And music's not for everybody. Sometimes they do it and they quit the first day. It's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. But telling from you though, telling from you, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, unless you're at any other ventures, I think music is set for you.
I mean, for the near future, I think I think that's definitely in music. But I can't guarantee I stay in music because obviously I've got other goals that I want to work to that don't involve music.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right. You can't guarantee music anyway. You can't say, "Oh, in 30 years, I'm going to keep being a musician," because, as I said before, anything can happen. That's why you have the plan, and that's why you're open to anything. 'Cause anything can happen, and just like that, your music career could be over. Then what? Then what's next?
Yeah.
If you invest like everything,
Like you,
and then you're
no matter what you do, you need a way to provide for the people that you care about. If you go into music and you fail and you've not got a backup plan, you've screwed yourself for life. Because if you've put all your effort into music, that means your education's gone in the bin, which means you've not got a way to get a backup plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm always reminding people you have to always have an education, no matter what. Even graduate high school,
Yeah. Like I did
anything.
the UK equivalent of graduating high school, so it's like I'm now at the point where I can just do like if I don't like what I'm doing in education now, I can just not care because I've passed I've graduated high school as it is in America. So
Well, that's different. I'm talking about in a case of somebody younger or somebody that's, um, I know you're graduating. I know you already did. But
yeah,
some
but
cases, there's kids that there's 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that have not graduated, and they're thinking that they could do music forever, and if they don't have education and you screw yourself, you got to pick
I
up
think
pieces. And
yeah, I think the main thing that you need to have, no matter what you're doing, is you need to be smart about what you're doing. You can never just have one plan. It's because that if that fails, if it succeeds, then well done. But if it fails, which in most cases it will, then you're fucked.
hmm yeah, absolutely. And they don't know that. I wish they could take that in. They don't know that.
The thing is, a lot of people think that I don't know that. A lot of people think I don't have a backup plan. No, I have a backup plan. It just doesn't involve working 9 to 5 shifts in a fucking office.
hmm Absolutely, absolutely. And I can't envision you into an office anyway. I can't envision it. You probably won't.
I will not. That's the one thing I can guarantee. You'll never find me in a job working for someone else's dream behind an office.
Yeah, that will never happen. No, that's a guarantee. It won't. It will not. And
I
oh, sorry.
I did like 1 week work experience in an office. It was one of the worst things I've ever done. Like I don't see how people can just sit there 9 to 5 and do that.
Well, a lot of them do it because their life something went wrong. You have to do what you can. There's people, something that's just as miserable is working at a grocery store and you're 42 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
when you're young, that's okay. Like if you're using that to build up your money to get somewhere else in life, go work in a grocery store, go work in an office, but don't do it your whole life.
No, you can't. Now younger people, yeah, you can do it. It's a build up to your actual career. No, that makes
Like,
sense.
yeah,
That's like
some
totally.
people need money to get started in their actual career. That's what they do to make money. But if you're planning for a career, or if you end up in a career where you're working in an office or you're working at a grocery store, no offense to you, but I think you're a miserable bastard.
Yeah. At that point, it's like, oh, I don't know. That's just you. Yeah, it's just you. Mm-hmm.
I've just realized what I said is gonna piss a lot of people off.
They'll live. They'll be fine. Besides, they need this anyway. They don't. They don't know anything. Most people
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, I'm quite a controversial character anyway. I'm never gonna fucking stop.
There's no controversy in that in that really. I mean, what we're talking about is something they need to hear too. I mean, they
Yeah,
have.
just a lot of people don't know they need to hear it. Like, I think it goes both ways though, because you'll get some people that don't have a backup plan, but you'll get some people that look like they don't, but they do. Never judge a book by its cover,
Hmm.
because that can be one of the worst mistakes you'll ever make.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And people do it anyway, and guess you get a consequence for it.
Exactly. Like, if I had a penny for the amount of times people have just judged me for my look, I'd be a fucking millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way people look at me, they look at me like I ain't gonna, like, I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, I'm not gonna do nothing in my life. So I'm just like, well, shut the fuck up, because you don't know nothing about me. You don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like, you don't know where I've come from. You don't know where I'm going.
They don't, and I would expect those assumptions. People's made about me. I would expect the assumptions. Like no one cares.
Exactly.
Hmm. But aside from that, though, at least you're in good shape, and at least at least you know how the real world, works. Most people don't. So
Yeah.
at least we have a couple of you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, but the world's a fucking horrible place.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. People will think that humans are kind and compassionate. 99% of people you meet are cold, dark bastards and that won't give a shit what you do. But
Hmm.
there's that 1% of people where they'll actually show some care for you. If you don't show that care back, you fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people think like that. I've seen them be optimistic and think everything's fine. Boom, look what happened to you.
Optimism's never a bad thing. I think optimism is a very good thing to have, but there's such a thing as having too much optimism. You still gotta be realistic.
Oh yeah, some of them are not. I know for a fact some of them are not. Um,
Like, I've met people who are 16, 17, they aren't even in fucking academies for a sport, but they think they're gonna be professional sportsmen. Give it up. You're not in an academy and you never have been, and you're 16. What chance have you got?
really, what chance?
Like, fair enough, if you make it, fair play, I'm wrong. But you still to have a sense of realism. This isn't a fairy tale for everyone.
Some people think it is. I mean, if you do, that's dumb, and you need to stop. Seriously.
Don't get me wrong. There's some people where the world has turned out to be their own fucking fairy tale. I don't know how that's happened, but I want their fucking life. But for the 99% of people, the world's gonna knock you down.
Hmm. And about that 1%, they got their fairy tale because they got help.
Exactly.
They didn't do it on their own. Like Kardashians got their dream come true because of help.
Yeah.
They got that help. But we don't. Like we don't. We already got backup plans. We're already doing it big.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have to start from nothing. No, there's a lot of people that have come from nothing and have succeeded. And to those people, you have my full respect. But to the people that think they can just cruise by and make it as whatever they want to be without putting in the effort, I just have no respect for you because you're not trying for what you want. You're not showing enough respect for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any either. I'm in the same boat. I don't have any.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
mean,
I do.
being completely realistic, you got one life. Live that life to its fullest, but do not waste that life. You've got to find a balance between the two. Yeah, live your life on the fucking edge, but then don't fucking spend it and waste it.
Mhm. You gotta do it before it gets away from you.
Yeah, like sure, if you want to go fucking skydiving, go skydiving. But it's just like people never think they can just cruise through without making any effort. It's like they go skydiving, but they don't pull the parachute.
Mhm. And then if you don't know what to do, you get jump into life, and then boom, it's over. Like, like just like that.
See, a lot of people like they misread me. They misread me for. So a lot of people think I'm a hypocrite right now. Because a lot of people will think that I don't put the effort in. No, I put the effort in. I just don't put the effort in if I don't want to. Because if it's something that I have no interest in, I'm not bothered. I don't want to spend my whole life behind a desk, so I'm not going to put effort in trying to become someone that works behind a desk.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. And only if they had and it only if they had the same mindset as you. Like you just have the perfect mindset for everything. You'll be very successful.
Thanks, but I wouldn't go say I have the perfect mindset for everything. But I mean, honest to God, there's it just makes me sick sometimes to see how little respect people have for themselves. Like the people that know me personally, they know how I feel when you don't respect yourself. Like, because they've seen it, they've seen how I feel about it. I will pop off because if you don't have respect for yourself, how do you expect anyone to respect you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all need, are y'all taking notes seriously? Seriously? But this is like a lot of wisdom. I'm just taking this in one at a time. This is like too much.
I mean, I had to mature quite quick with the shit I went through. I
No
mean,
kidding.
yeah, the shit I listed off earlier, I think off the top of my head, give me a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could probably name about 6, 7 near-death experiences I've gone through as well.
Mm.
So I think so. When I was born, I was stillborn. For those that don't know what
Mm.
that means, I was born dead.
Oh
So
my
when I
god.
was born, I was killing people back to life.
Oh jeez. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't remember how old I was, but I almost choked to death on my mum's birthday when I was a baby. Although, like, I don't remember the day. I've just heard stories about it, about how my granddad apparently saved my life and shit. Which I mean, oh fuck. Yeah, so that was quite deep to go through. The first one that I remember, I was 6 years old and I was living with my dad. I was on my way to school and I was hit by a car. I was a few seconds from being paralyzed for life. Oh wait, no, I missed one actually. I have a scar on my big toe when I was a baby and I'm living at my dad's. So my dad had a axe, and he had a party when I was sleeping in the next room where the axe is. And I don't remember, I don't know the entire story, but I know something smashed against the wall on the other side, and the axe fell. And apparently, I was a few seconds away from being split in half if I didn't move. And that's why I got a scar on my big toe because I was hit.
Oh
It's
damn.
it's not a noticeable scar. It's just like so. It's mainly my toenail. I've got a bit of it, and that's a bit slanted because of it. So it's not a noticeable scar at all. But
Oh,
and
interesting.
then I think I had about 2 or 3 suicide attempts,
Mm,
which I think the first one would have been in year 8. I don't know what the equivalent to. I don't know what the American equivalent is to that.
mm.
So, what do you do before your before your freshman year in high school? You go like your last year of middle school or shit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I think that would have been my last year of middle school if I was in America.
Oh,
Uh, I would have had. So my freshman year or year 9, I think I probably attempted after the breakup, and also during lockdown, which a lot of my friends they enjoyed lockdown quite a bit. They don't know what I went through in lockdown. They don't know the fucking state I was in. I think I let myself get to the point where I was weighing about 90 pounds, not 90 pounds, 90 kilos, which is incredibly overweight for someone my size. So I'm about 6 foot tall. So at
mm,
the time, I would have been about 5'10", 5'11", and weighing about 90 kilos, which is quite overweight. Obviously, once lockdown was lifted, I started to lose some of that weight, but I still have got a bit of it. Like I still have got a bit of a pot belly from it because I've
no.
not done any muscle definition on it. I've only ever done cardio. So shit like football, bike riding, running. That's the only shit I really do. I've never really done weights.
Mm, okay.
But then, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. A lot to process. A lot to process. A lot to. You know what? While I'm processing, why don't you give us a little showcase for us?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me load up my computer real quick.
All right. I'll just here. I know there was a lot to uncover, so if you feel like you need to take a water break, go for it, because that was a lot for me too. Um, so, um, we'll be right back. Um, letting us. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple minutes.
Okay. I'll just fill the space while this is happening. How's your day so far?
Pardon?
Oh no, I'm filling the space, so we don't have any
Okay.
issues. So nothing is All right. While he's muted, let me see. If you guys don't know already, make sure to check out Rise of the Phoenix concert. Let's see what else. Any plans for the holiday? I heard some people going skiing, some people um let's see. Some people are going skiing, some people are going to a resort. Oh God. What else? What else? Oh. Um. So it's actually I got a book. A book for the holidays. A nice book actually. It's called God Revealed. If you guys have not checked out the book, you should. You guys should definitely check it out. God Revealed. It's an incredible book.
Alright, well, I'm back.
Yes, finally. Yes. Let's see what you got.
Okay, this is only going to be a cappella because my beat is a bit. I've not got the beat downloaded properly, so it's not quite coming out yet. Because, yeah, so this is only going to be a cappella, so I hope that's no problem.
Okay. Sounds good.
Um, Actually, give me a second. Let me actually see if I can play my beat at home.
It's okay. If the beat doesn't work, you just do acapella. Most people do acapella anyway.
My beat helps you get the flow of it, though. Alright.
Ooh.
I feel they got some air to their hearts. They're trying to keep me putting a part of fire to teach you some dots. Yeah. When you hear the law, friendship poker. This is how much I her. Just let her know in a bitch how much I her. I started out some bit of pleasure. I used to be her lover, now I just hate her. She took my heart like a bitch and a killer. I'm a killer with a gun, and I kill her when I laugh. We're killing them suddenly, we're killing them fast. Get me a lighter, we're smoking some grass. Double D's, she could find us. We should have foot on the green grass. And more like romance, no one's gonna dance. Ah. That's the feel with the gals, I'm into the hearts, they're trying to keep me, I'm pulling apart, a battery shins, we're playing some darts. Yeah. I said, I feel with the gals, I'm into the hearts, they're trying to keep me, I'm playing apart, a battery shins, we're playing some darts. Yeah. We lay on the sofa, follow the vodka, lemon splash, just softer and softer. I push for my lover, but now I should never have loved her. My heart sounds like in 12 months of the winter. I know I sound like I'm just bitter, but if I wanted to land, I'd hop in a sweater. Yeah, we switch up on Nintendo, we make magic like I'm Death Cole. I'm popping up on the volcano. Taking my cycle, one of my smack don't need no pile. I ain't my side, but it's staying with the Cairo. No. Pen and a paper, making a nice show. Scarface, he's stuck at my kind of flow. They know I'm trying to get my kind of dough. I'm stuck in a ghetto, I'm drowning my souls, being chased on my shadows. I also that none you men know. Hey, I start filled with the guys I'm air to the plus. They're trying to keep me, I'm pulling apart. I'll buy a few drinks, we're playing some darts. Yeah. He's stuck in my head. We try something we can't be friends. 25 of the footage gonna crack my bands. You show my sense. Popping up pills, I'm losing my head. Can't see what I'm doing, I'm ending up dead. Smoking air, burnt out like a cigarette. Need to calm down, but my vision all red. Alright, so. Yeah.
Not
Yeah, so.
bad, not bad.
So obviously, there are still some parts that I need to work on a bit. Is what it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We see those, we see those. But all in all, it was not a bad take, not bad. That's pretty good for a start. That's pretty good. Keep on developing that. Keep on developing that. In addition to your talent, thank you so much for being here to share your story, to share all about you. I'm excited to see what the future looks like for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, of course, of course. And I know time's running out on us, but is there any Anything lastly you would like to talk to, excuse me, is there anything lastly you would like to tell your fans before we all head out?
Um, Never give up on your dream. If you got something that you really want to work for, never let someone say that you can't do it. If you got something that you really want to work for, just go for it. Like if there's a girl that you like or a guy that you like, just stop wasting time. Fucking ask them out. Fucking do what you want to do. No one can tell you what to do in your life except you.
Mm, very, very good. Man, this guy, you better write a book. Just gotta say, you better write a book. Having all this is like this is like
I'll
about as
see.
much
I'll
as
see.
a health book. You should. This could be a real health book. And I never knew actually ETR actually. Does that is that relatable to your experiences or just a name you just picked?
Uh, no, it's short story. It's my initials.
Oh, of your name?
So my first name is Estefan,
Mm-hmm.
which so it's a funny story actually. It's supposed to be Esteban, but my mum is dyslexic, along with the fact she's not a fluent Spanish speaker. No, she doesn't speak Spanish at all. But the plan was when I was born to move to Barcelona. That never came through. So she wanted to name me after my dad, but there had been 6 people through my dad's line that had been named the same name in a row. So she wanted to change it up, and so she decided to translate it to Spanish. Got it wrong. Here I am, Estefan. My middle name, Choi. My dad is a very big history fan, so he named me after the city of Troy and the Battle of Troy. And then my last name, Richards.
Um, that's pretty good. So, your name's relatable to your real life. Okay. Gotcha. At least life would be a little easier with your mom being dyslexic. Dyslexic. So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I appreciate you coming by. It was so exciting to get to meet you
no
and to
problem.
learn a lot about you. It's been really helpful for me too. Um, it's very, very good.
Honestly, it's not a problem.
Yay, awesome. Y'all make sure to check out ETR down below in the link provided. He's got a lot of music coming. His first single's coming out soon. So if you guys want to be part of his journey, you want to help him out.
Actually, quickly,
Mm,
I'm just going to plug my Instagram real quick. It's Real Music.
wonderful. Thanks for that. Actually, that's really good. I love Instagram, so it's good to know that you're on it too. I love it. And what if fans want to reach out to you? What if you have collab requests? Where can they go?
Uh, I answer all DMs on Instagram.
What about Discord?
Discord, I'm normally open to DMs on Discord. It's Beerus-Sama and my tag is 3696.
Very good. Thanks for sharing that with us. Y'all make sure to check him out down below. I hope you guys had a great time listening. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will catch you all in the next ones I do. And I will see y'all soon. Peace.